you ever struggled with an interview, or perhaps you're at the place where you're trying to apply for different positions and you're noticing that you're applying for positions, and applying for positions, but nothing's happening? You're not hearing back from anyone. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you a couple of strategies for you to think about as you are trying to either prepare your interview. I'm going to give you at least a strategy for that, and give you a strategy for your resume also. Now, this is going to be a high level view. I'm going to give you two strategies today that I see many people struggle with as they are trying to transition into different roles or apply for different positions. I want to make sure that if you're watching my channel and you're following me or subscribe to my channel, that you do not make these mistakes. Now, you're going to gain over 20 years worth of experience from a C-suite executive, a manager, and a director, and a public speaker in about 10 minutes. So you should definitely get a drink, get a pen, get a paper, and write these two things down, these two strategies down that I'm going to share with you. I will also mention to you as well that I'm going to be offering a very special service to my audience to help them with preparing for interviews and also with preparing for their resume. And I'll talk a bit more about that a little later, but my main goal is to really get into the challenges or the two strategies I want to share with you. One for preparing for your interview, and then one for preparing for your resume. If this sounds like something you're interested in, you want to learn more about, then feel free to like the channel, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of great resources here. And if there's any topics specifically that you want me to cover as it relates to getting ready for your interview or preparing your resume, then please feel free to let me know. Let me know, and I will help you as much as I can on your journey. Now, let's talk about first things first. So in order for you to be ready for an interview, then you will want to start with your resume first. Your resume is really at the top of the list of things you need to do in terms of getting your resume where it actually needs to be. Now, the resume itself, there's different types of format. There's Canva, there's Word, there's all types of formats that you can use for your resume. But I do want to mention to you, one of the most important things that you can do for your resume is to make sure that it is a clean resume. A clean resume is going to be able to help you present that best version of yourself. Now, what I will say is that as I'm going through these two strategies, I am going to say hello to everyone. So if you have any questions about your resume or interviewing, this is the place you want to be at, and you would definitely want to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to help you today. Ask me any questions. You're going to get 20 years worth of knowledge in a short amount of time. So I want to say hello to Big Z, Christian. Hello, welcome, welcome. Glad you all are spending a few moments out of your time with me today. So we're talking about getting your resume ready. The first thing you need to do with your resume is to definitely take a look at your very first page. Okay, so the first page, the most important part is going to be your profile or your summary. I see people glance over this and they'll put two sentences. I'm the best person at this, or I have experience in this. I'm going to share with you from the level of a C-suite executive. And as I mentioned, I have over 20 years of experience, and I've done hundreds of interviews. I've looked at probably thousands of resumes at this point. These are the mistakes I don't want you to make. So the very first portion is what you want to focus on, that profile summary, because I'm going to tell you a secret. Are you ready to hear a secret from the C-suite? The secret is that we get so many resumes and so many applications that we do not have time to look at all of them. So if your resume doesn't have something special at the very top of it about your profile summary, guess what? It is going to get bypassed and flipped over, and somebody else's resume is going to be reviewed. So you want to make sure that you catch the hiring manager's attention at the very beginning of your resume. Now, if you need some support with what you should probably put there, then send me an email at info@exciteexcellence.org. I have some very special services I'm offering to my audience and to my clients this week to help you prepare for your resume, and then also help you to be able to prepare for your interviews as well. So the very first part is very important. So let me give you some tips in terms of what you can do or what you can say in that very first portion of your resume that will absolutely help you to stand out. Are you ready? Okay, so the first things you want to mention will be the following. Your years of experience, that's great, but let's put some words that make you sound amazing. Are you ready to do that? Words that make you sound amazing would be experienced, dedicated, highly skilled, exceptional, and so forth. Those are some really great words that will help you to really stand out. So think of those very exciting words. Even enthusiastic is a great word to put, because when we're looking at resumes, we're looking at a lot. You have to think of it. Imagine you're looking at 1,000 pieces of paper and you see one paper that has a yellow mark on it. Well, that one paper is going to stand out. So I want you to present yourself in that way, as being that one resume that stands out. So you want to make sure it looks clean, it looks neat, but then the very beginning needs to say something really amazing about you. Now, I have a lot of different examples. If you want me to, if you have your resume potentially and you have what you have at your very beginning, while I'm on the live today, I'll be on here for just a little bit. If you want to type in what you have for your resume, I will look at it really quickly, the very intro portion. I will look at it and I will tell you what to do to revise it to make it sound amazing. So if you want that, I'm here to support you on your journey. I'll be happy to support you all as best as I can and learn from and help you on that way. So that's one part of it. Look at the very top of your resume. Let's see how we can make it sound even more exciting than it already is. Make you sound like the most amazing person in the world, and they would make a mistake not hiring you. So that's very number one. Now, I do want to say, before I go into a strategy to help you with your interview, if you are joining live, I appreciate you being here. Tell me where you're joining from. I have no idea. I see a lot of names. I see we already said hello to Bixie, Christian, Maya, hello, welcome, Volupes, hello. And I'm glad you all are here with me today. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more information about how to really get to that next level in your career as a woman in leadership. And if you're not in my target audience, no problem. I know you're passionate about becoming a better leader and getting some help with getting there. So you feel free to just ask me any questions. I'm just glad for you to be here. So if you want some help with your resume, let me know. Put it in the comments below. I will look at it and I will help you determine what are some things you can say to it. Now, we talked about your resume, because resume is really the very first step that we have to take when it comes to being able to get into an interview, right? So we got the resume started. We gave the very beginning. You've got to work on the top part first. If you want some additional help, feel free to let me know. I will review your resume for you and do a video and tell you what you need to put on it so you can make those changes. Now, in terms of your interview is very important. So I'm going to give you one strategy, as I did with resumes, for your interview. The one strategy I want you to keep in mind for your interview, which is the most important thing you can do for your interview, is to prepare in advance. And I don't mean necessarily like just practicing. What I specifically mean is to develop your stories. I have worked with so many clients that struggle with their stories. And most of the time, the reason why they struggle with stories is because they've done so many amazing things in their career. They've done many things. They've moved mountains. They've moved all kinds of things in their careers, and they've accomplished a lot. They've done so much that everything is just in their head, and they don't have a way to make it more concise and narrow down to where they know exactly what to talk about. So when you are preparing for an interview, prepare for your stories in advance. Your stories will absolutely help you be able to share your message and talk about yourself in a very concise way. That is the most important strategy that I can share with you. There's a lot of other strategies that go into preparing your resume and a lot of other strategies that go into preparing you for an interview. But I'm sharing with you the two most important aspects of these strategies that you need to incorporate today. If you have been in a situation where you have either applied for jobs, okay, you've applied for a lot of jobs, and you have not heard anything back, then this is something you want to apply. You definitely want to use some keywords into your resume based on the job description, because a lot of times these resumes nowadays are going through a filtering system through a computer or through AI. And there needs to be some keywords there. The second part, as I mentioned, is to make sure you are focusing in on preparing your stories. If you want some support with this, I can absolutely help you be able to do very well in your next interview and get you in a very comfortable place within one session. So know that this opportunity is there, and I will help you. Now, for those of you who are joined, welcome, welcome. Glad that you are here today. If you are just now starting with us, there is a couple things I want to share with you. If you are interested in trying to get some support with your resume, and if you want me to provide you with some insight in terms of what you should maybe change at that very top portion of your resume that I mentioned to you that is very important, that it's either your intro, your summary, your profile, then put it in the comments below. I will read it and I will rewrite it for you or give you some insights in terms of what can actually help you to make you sound amazing so that your resume stands out from other people. So if you want that support, I'll be able to help you on the live today, and it's only for the live. If you watch the replay, then just email it to me and I'll provide you with some insight and then maybe give you some support in terms of how we can work further to help you with the rest of your resume. So that is an option for you to have available. And I do want to highlight the strategies that I just shared with you. So if you are just now joining this particular live today, you are learning some expert level tips that will help you to do well with your resume and do well with your interview. Are you ready? The first strategy I want to share with you, if you have been in a situation where you have applied for jobs, you're not hearing back, or you have went to interviews and you're not getting offers, this is what you need to do. The first thing you need to do, and this is two strategies. So the first strategy with your resume. First, you will want to make sure that top portion of your resume, that is your profile, your summary, or your professional experiences, it needs to be very concise to make you sound like the most amazing person in the world. If you want some help with this, contact me below. Reach out to me. I will help you do this. Second is for your interview. You want to spend time to prepare your stories, the amazing experiences that you've done, so that when you are speaking about yourself in your interview, you are speaking about yourself in a very concise manner. These two strategies are C-suite level strategies that will absolutely help you with your interview. If you want to get some additional support with this, I have a special service going on this week for my clients, for my subscribers, for my audience that will absolutely help you to set yourself apart as someone with your resume and also with how you interview. So if you want some help and you're really ready to take it to the next level and you're tired of applying for jobs and not hearing back, and you're tired for going to interviews and not receiving the job, I'm here to help you on your journey. Learn from my over 20 years of experience. I will absolutely help you to fast track to get to that higher level and to at least get you in a place where you're feeling more confident about yourself. Now, sometimes when you apply for positions, if you don't have the skill set for the position, or if they have someone that is more competitive, sometimes things happen and it may not work out. But the right position will come, but you have to set yourself up for success so that you can be present and be fully ready for that right position. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to put them in the comments below. I know this is a hot topic right now. There's so many things going on here, specifically in the States, where you have people looking for opportunities or people been laid off for opportunities. And it's challenging right now. It's really challenging right now on all fronts, not just only for the job seekers, but also for the employers too. So I want to help you and support you on your journey. That's what I'm here for. If this information I've shared with you has provided you with any type of value whatsoever, feel free to hit the like button on this video. It truly does help it to go out to more people so that they can see this information too, because these are things that people are not talking about as it relates to resumes and getting ready for interviews. There's a lot of theory about what it should look like, what you should do, and theory is important. I will never discredit theory, but I'm here to talk to you about the real world, what you really need to think about doing, what happens in reality when people are looking at your resume, and how your resume may be bypassed if it doesn't have a couple of these things in place, and how you may be bypassed as a candidate if you're not presenting yourself in a very concise way. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next video. I have a lot of different videos here that talk about resumes, to talk about interviewing, etc. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to learn a lot more. And if you really need some help with this, then reach out to me. Email me at info@exciteexcellence.org. I will absolutely make sure you will be in a better place within one session. So I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I hope you all have a fantastic day, and good luck with your job searches. Bye for now.